20 minutes plus 2. MX2 ran qualifying race here in Spain. Over on the right-hand side, and it's Geertz holding a nice tight line. Tom Guillon, the 27, around the outside though, but it's Geertz who leads the way into turn 2. De Wolf to the outside, Van der Moosdijk down the inside. Emerges, or is it Koenen actually? Koenen, 96, comes out in second place. There's Van der Moosdijk just behind Beniston with Adamo to the inside, number 80, in around about 6th or 7th, 8th place for Adamo. Over the Monster Energy triple for the first time. See the orange of Panzer in that tight turn. Good start for him as well. And Kai de Wolf in around about 4th place, but it's Geertz who leads. Koenen 2nd. Langenfelder 3rd, 5:16. Then 4th up on the pegs and looking to go past Langenfelder, but not able to make the move. Has to pull out of the step down as well. Does Kai de Wolf. Still trying to force the issue though. Over the line for the first time. Won't get a lap time this time around though. But it's Geertz who leads away from Lucas Koenen. Simon Langenfelder 3rd. 4th is Kai de Wolf. The 74, there he is. Then we've got these two here. Beniston and Adamo. Then Van der Moosdijk 7, Tom Guillon 8, Panzer 9, Horgmo 10, Weckman 11, Bruce 12, Elzinger. And then we've got Oliver, Braceras, Harp, Chambers, Gifting, Guerda, Everts. De Wolf having a look at Langenfelder, who knew he was there, couldn't get back onto the track either. So De Wolf then moves up into 3rd position. Very deep rut, that inside rut there. I was stood just on the exit of the turn in the MXGP time practice session earlier. The riders coming in up on the pegs. So much movement between their legs with the bike up and down, side to side. But so fast and committed through there as well. A problem for Guillon through that turn, allows Panzer to go through into 9th place. And Weckman there, look. 125. Right, Don Frenchman emerges still there in 5th position, 198, but Adamo, that outside line is starting to work good now. Can he get the run on the jump? Well, he can, but he can't find his way past Beniston. Meanwhile, Jago Geertz, fastest rider on track. Fastest lap of the race, a 1:54.288. Got about 2.5 seconds over Lucas Koenen. Kai de Wolf there, who's 3rd. Langenfelder 4. Right, Adamo has gone through on Beniston. Now moves up into 5th place. There is the number 80 Red Bull KTM. First 5 or 6 riders through the middle of the screen. Oh, back end was asking a little bit too much there. See that tough block getting bounced out of the track, and it was Beniston that just clipped it. Here he is, the 198. A little bit off the pace in Portugal. Hoping to rectify things here this weekend if he can. But Andrea Adamo, Red Bull KTM Factory Racing, going after Simon Langenfelder on the Red Bull Gas. Just here, the 5:16. These two are going to be fighting over 4th place as things stand. Just behind Beniston, Roman and Moosdijk there. The 3rd of the Astana Husqvarnas coming into view any moment now. Then we've got Kevin Horgmo on the F&H Kawasaki. Not a good start for the Norwegian. He's got a lot of work to do from there as well. Already 11 seconds off the lead. Circuit conditions, very technical, very challenging. A lot more open in places as well. Quicker overall, because there's a lot more longer and high-speed straights, but those technical sections with the ruts and the bumps and all the rest of it, focus has to be absolutely on point. Kietso, 3.3 seconds clear of the two Husqvarnas. And there they are, heading through the liquid moly waves. Closely pursued by Langenfelder. Adamo losing a little bit of ground that time around. Almost 2 seconds now behind Langenfelder. 54.4, 53.0, so good chunk of time lost that time around. .74, Kai de Wolf. Wide sweep, doubles his way neatly through turn 4, turn 5, the grandstand corner. Just needs a good, you know what Kai de Wolf needs? He needs a race win, that's what he needs. Whether it's in the qualifying race, he obviously got one in Sardinia, the first race, but if he can get that good solid result, 2 back-to-back rides, overall Grand Prix victory for this year, which he hasn't got at the moment, then we might see a little bit more flamboyancy from the number 74 as the season goes on. He's just trying so hard to get that first GP win. Here he is going after his teammate, his young 16-year-old teammate Lucas Koenen of Belgium. Three laps complete. Another fastest lap, though, for the race leader, Jago Kietz. As he extends his lead to more than 5 seconds now over these two. Who else is on the move here? David Braceras up to 15th. Isaac Gifting is 16. Oliver Chambers, Turndell, and Sasha Koenen. They are bringing up the top 20, but obviously no points for anybody outside of the top 10. Those top 10 look like this. Jago Kietz with 10 points. Lucas Koenen on 9 for second position. Kai de Wolf third. He'll be picking up 8 points. 7 points for Langenfelder in fourth. 6 for Adamo in 5th place. Beniston will be picking up 5. Van der Moosdijk 4. Horkmo 3. Panzer and Weckman 2 and 1 points respectively. And with this being counting towards the World Championship standings, of course, Jago Kietz, who arrived here on 2.65, will now move to 2.75 if he stays where he is. And Andrea Adamo would now be 40 points behind him because of the position. But Thibaut Beniston, 6th place. Oh, off the side. Whoa. Just off the side of the track there, Thibaut Beniston. Bit of a heart and mouth moment for him. I think he maintained that 6th place. Just about. He's under pressure though, from Van der Moosdijk. Moosdijk 39 on the Stan Husqvarna. So Beniston, bit of a let-off, jumping out of the track. Needed a little bit of runoff and a bit more just to sort of recompose himself. Meanwhile, Langenfelder and de Wolf up to 3rd a moment ago, but obviously a few laps ago, but Langenfelder really starting to get his claws in now. That's where he lost 3rd position earlier on in the race, Langenfelder to de Wolf. But de Wolf really starting to feel the heat from the German. Solid ride this for Lucas Koenen as well. Hasn't been higher than 7th in any of the qualifying races. Lucas Koenen, best race result in the points for the Grand Prix, 4th in Sardinia. So another rider who will thrive on this, get that top 2, top 3 result. All of a sudden, different person wakes up on Sunday, says, actually, I can be a podium guy today. And I wouldn't be surprised if that happens, as Adamo just has a bit of a dab there, just set the fastest time in Sector 2, just lost the front, had to put the emergency left foot out just to stop him from going down. And here he is going after Langenfelder, the number 80. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. All on the finish line area now. Oh, Langenfelder just off the side of the jump there. Maxime Renault did something similar in time practice earlier, but he jumped completely off the track there. But Langenfelder, lucky that, watch this here, just comes into land, back end off the side of the track. Kirby's, anybody? If you remember Kirby's, then you know what I'm talking about. Or you're of a certain generation. You used to ride your bike, your push bike, along the side of the curb, see how far you can travel with it while still pedaling. Anyway, Langenfelder lives to fight another lap in 4th place, but it cost him a little bit of time to Kai de Wolf. Teen Wolf not able to get his wolf claws into the back of his teammate at the moment, Lucas Koenen. He'll keep trying though, goes around the outside, seat bounces his way into that little double single. It's where Beniston went off the track a lap ago. He's still hanging on in 6th place. And he's put a couple of seconds between himself and Romain Mostijk, who, when we picked up on those two on this part of the track a lap ago, Van der Mostijk was definitely challenging the Frenchman for that 6th position. Still just under 8 minutes to go, plus 2 laps in this Ram qualifying race in the MX2 category. Geert's now 4.7 seconds clear. And de Wolf having a bit of a problem there as Langenfelder goes through. So Langenfelder now back into 3rd place. What's the reason for that then? Did I just look away and then momentarily miss something from Kai de Wolf over the wall jump? Did he just miss the line that allowed Langenfelder just to get close and then passed? Either way, two Nistan Husqvarnas separated now by the Red Bull Gas of Langenfelder, who sets the fastest lap of the race. That also might have something to do with it. 1:51.5. 5:27. So Geertz was a 53.2, Koenen was a 52.9, Langenfelder 51.2, and de Wolf 54.3. So maybe a combination of things. And Langenfelder going after Koenen now. The Belgian tucks himself up towards the inside. Langenfelder 2nd and 3rd here last year in the main races. So obviously he has a good affinity with this place. Also, these riders know that they can't push 100% today in this qualifying race, because a lot of them, all of a sudden last weekend, we stepped off the, it's almost like we stepped out of winter overnight. Left Northern Europe, where it was probably hovering around about 10 or 12 degrees mostly, and then into Portugal, where it was nearing 30. Similar conditions here this weekend. But most of these riders have been back to Northern Europe, where temperatures were okay, a little bit warmer, but not sort of 27, 28 warmer. So put too much in today. Recovery then needs to take on a lot of hydration and things like that. Put too much into race 1, are you spending everything ahead of race 2 on Sunday? But at the same time, now that we have points on the line for the championship chase in these qualifying races, if you're languishing and you're someone like Langenfelder, who so far has had a couple of thirds and one race where he didn't score qualifying points in Switzerland where he was 12th. Remember, he fell in that race. All of a sudden, you need to sort of pick up that pace, but picking up the pace, Kai de Wolf all over the back of Langenfelder again with his fastest lap of the race. Not the fastest, but his fastest lap of the race. Liam Evans, quiet day so far. He's now up into 11th. He's just moved by Tom Guillaume. So the 27, Tom Guillaume, on the Fantic racing machine. So Kai de Wolf looks to do something about Langenfelder. These two fighting over third place. Again, Adamo, though, setting the fastest first sector on the track this time around, 28.4. Compare that to Jago Geerts, 29.3, 28.9 for Lucas Koenen, 29.3 for Langenfelder. Decent chunk of time for Adamo there, but still about 2 seconds adrift of de Wolf at the moment, or he was. Here's Lucas Koenen under attack out of that final turn. 8 laps complete, his lap time of 52.7, a couple tenths slower than Langenfelder. Langenfelder, though, you can see breathing down the exhaust pipe of the Nissan Husqvarna rider. Just open that turn up. That was a 90-degree turn when we first came here. 90 right, 180 left. Just under 3 minutes remain. Still no change in the first few positions as Kai de Wolf almost well, having a longer look at the stickers on his front mudguard than he would have liked. Just getting unseated slightly there out of that left-hander. Adamo closing in. Number 80. Red Bull KTM, second rider in shot here. Still hanging on in that 5th place. Meanwhile, out of the 2 Spaniards, Oriol Oliveira is the lead Spaniard at the moment. 15th, he's just moved past David Braceras. Just behind them, Jack Chambers. And then we've got Sasha Koenen, Mikkel Harup and Mike Werder. Not sure what happened to Harup on the opening laps, but just inside the top 20 at the moment. Rider losing out, dropping out of the top 20, Cornelius Turndell, Joel Rizzi, and the 64 of Lorenzo Ciabatti out of the race. Both of those going out on lap 3, so don't know if that's connected or not. Again, Langenfelder pushing the boundaries here at the moment, just trying to edge closer to Lucas Koenen, 96. Yeah, you got to go wide to get over that seat bounce double into the waves. Otherwise, you come in slamming the ground a little bit harder than you want to. See how the ground chops up on the exit of that turn, though. A lot of back end movement. Here's your race leader. 4.7 seconds clear at the moment. Jago Geerts. Remember, he started the day 36 points clear of Adamo. He's 40 points as it stands right now, heading in 1 tomorrow on Sunday. Bit of a hiccup mid-turn there. Just getting those good starts, isn't he? Just doing all the hard work in that first 60, 80 meters or so. downhill into the valley for the 10th time. Consistent lap times, 28.9, 28.5, 23.3 through the first sectors. 32.1 gives him an overall lap time of a 53.058. And he's 4.9 seconds clear now because he gains another 10th, another 15 hundredths over Lucas Koenen. And you'd have to say that he's got it all under control here at the moment in terms of his overall riding. Do like a little bit of blue groove on the racetrack there, just on the base of the jump. And with a gap like this, 4.5 seconds or so, is able just to control things, doesn't have to rush the corners, the lines, the late braking, the getting on the gas early, all of those things. He can just ride to his own tune. Be a little bit more controlled, where you've got Koenen and Langenfelder desperate to either keep the rider behind, in that case Langenfelder, or find his way past the rider ahead of him, which is Koenen. Kaiser Wolf just getting a little bit closer, inching closer to the German, Langenfelder, as they pass the main grandstand, bottom end of the circuit. Got close on a couple of occasions. Langenfelder pops a triple. Kaiser Wolf probably would have. Just got to read the body language. You see, you know when the rider ahead of you is going to possibly do it. Might just sit a little bit further back, just getting ready to load up the suspension on takeoff. You're not standing up on that point, on that one, on that part of the track, on a 250. Good drive into the waves though for De Wolf. Getting closer to that third place. Anyway, into the final lap. Here it's still hovering around about 4.5 seconds clear of Lucas Koenen. Good ride this for the teenager. Batted away the threat of Langenfelder, who's still there knocking around in third place. He's got his hands full though with the 74 of De Wolf. Big old panic rev there as Langenfelder came into land. For that inside, smoother on the exit, Kaiser Wolf. That marker just needs to stay out of the way there. Here's Liam Everts, he's now pinned a 10th, that's going to be 1 point. Just found his way past Emil Weckburn. This is into what was the old penultimate corner, just gets to the inside, easy pass in the end for the 72. Remember, he forgot to pack a parachute in his first race a week ago, Portugal. Him and Gifting coming together. Rick Elzinga has made a mistake as well, because the Dutchman, the reigning 250 European champion, Jack Chambers, Braceras and Sasha Koenen all going through. Elzinga down to 18th place. 2 corners from home though, Jago Geerts, number 93. Comfortable win for the Belgian. The Monster Energy Yamaha rider takes his 4th Ram qualifying victory of the season. With it, 10 more points. And of course, with Adamo being there behind him, will extend his lead. And that will now go from 36 to 40 points, but it's Geerts who wins from Lucas Koenen, his best result of the season so far, whether it's qualifying or race. And then we've got Langenfelder 3rd, De Wolf 4th, Adamo crossing the line in 5th place. We'll grab a word with Jago Geerts in a moment. There he is, just around the back of that lot is the Lelo. Lisa Leyland, she'll be given us the D-Lo, according to Jago. Keep up with all of that. Beniston 6, Van der Moostijk 7, Hogmo 8, Jan Panzer 9, and Liam Everts 10. Just waiting for the rest of the guys to come through. Guyon there, 12th place for him. Oliver 13, Gifting 14. Chambers over the line 15. His fastest lap of the race that time around. Anyway, here's Lisa with Jago.
Jago hits another good start, another comfortable race win, another 10 points for you, and another extension on your championship lead.
Yeah, it was a really good race. Took the whole shot and then just led every lap. I felt really good on the track. It's quite bumpy and a lot of ruts, but I managed to stay smooth the whole time and didn't make a lot of mistakes, so I'm happy with the qualifying win, and I try to do the same tomorrow.
Good luck for the races.
For qualifying race wins then in this Ram MX2 qualifying race for Jago Geerts. And making it look pretty easy as well. Stayed out of trouble, minded own business. He came home with, 4.3 seconds clear, but he said there's some gnarly old bumps out on the racetrack, but he navigated them the best and the quickest, and that's why he came home as the winner. So a little bit of here. Take a look at the highlights of that race then, shall we? One or two highlights, if you like. MX2 qualifying race here, the Ram qualifying race in Spain, round 6 of the FIA Motocross World Championship. Jago Geerts to the inside, but it was Tom Guyon who thought he got the line around the outside, but as things kind of tightened up for turn 2, it was the Belgian who led the way. Jack Chambers just off the track there, having a look across, make sure there was nothing coming as he re-emerged, but it was Geerts who led the way. Koenen was second, Guyon holding things up there in third as Langenfelder went through. Langenfelder then just lost out on that third place here as Kai de Wolf went by him. And then that was pretty much the battle between those guys. Adamo was in there, number 80, so too was Rowan van der Moosdijk for a bit. Then de Wolf mid-race just kind of got caught napping. Langenfelder went through back into that third position. He then went after the 96 of Lucas Koenen, who was the lead Nastan Husqvarna rider. The Red Bull Gas rider couldn't do anything about him in the end, though, despite all of his efforts. That allowed Kai de Wolf just to close in ever so slightly. Late on in the race, Liam Everts picked up one Ram qualifying point, one championship point as well, if you like, with that move on Emil Weckman. But no one a match for Jago Geerts, who crossed the line, a 4-time Ram qualifying race winner for the Monster Energy Yamaha. Koenen second, Langenfelder was third. And a nice Ram award for the Belgian. 4 of those now at home. Take a look at the results then, shall we? Jago Geerts then, a 4-time winner of the MX2 Ram qualifying race, ahead of Lucas Koenen, his best result of the season so far. Then Langenfelder, Kai de Wolf, Andrea Adamo, Thibaut Beneston, Rowan van der Moosdijk, Kevin Horgmo. Then we've got Jan Panzer and Liam Everts picking up that final point in this qualifying race. Emil Weckman next in 11th, Tom Guyon, Oriol Oliver, Isaac Gifting, Jack Chambers, David Braceras. Then we had Sasha Koenen, Mikkel Harp, Rick Elsinger and Mike Werder.